Right, hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the woods. So today, just out for a day camp, cook up some noodles, have a brew, swing in the hammock, and I've got a new piece of kit to show you guys. So stick with us and you'll see things along the way. So first things first, I think we'll get sorted out and get a shelter up. Right, so we're gonna get a ridge line set up and then we can get the hammock, get the sack. We'll get the ridge line set up and then we'll get a tarp up and then we'll get the hammock and that set up as well. Right, that's the ridge line set up now. So what we're going to do is set the tarp up across the top, just so it gives us some cover because it's been on and off the rain. So right, so what we'll do to hang out the front, we'll get it high so it gives us plenty of protection. And I just use paracord or bank line with toggles, and they're just quicker than having to tie your own loops up. So. And then just on here, a trucker's hitch. And I've gone through there twice to lock it off. So, and then you just pull that tight, and that tensions the tarp up. Okay, once you've got it the relevant tightness, then you just put a half hitch in just to lock it off. And if you really want to make it secure, get a bit of stick like that and put it through the loop, pull the loop tight, so it looks like that. Obviously any spare paracord, just hank it up just so it's neat and tidy out the way, no trip hazards. So now you can see we've started to take shape, so we've got a high point. What I want to do is bring the other side down to a lower point so that if it does rain, water naturally drains off. Right, so that's what's tarp set up. As you can see, it's slightly lower on one side than the other, so the water should drain off. So a quick look around. Bit of airflow at the back, nothing major, but plenty of protection from any wind at the back. And that's it from the back side. As you can see, all the ropework's nice and neat, hanked away. Everything's tidy, there's no trip hazards. Right guys, that's the weather coming in now. You can possibly hear the rain on the tarp. And we're all set up anyway, so at least we're out the rain. It's straight down because we're obviously in the forest. So yeah, I'll show you around what we've got set up. See, the hammock's just wrapped up on the ridge line at the top there. I'll drop that down when I want to sit in it. And then set up there is the stuff for a brew and something to eat. And then the rucksack all squared away. Right, so without further ado, I think we'll get a brew on. Just using the Transiator today. I'm not messing about with the fire or anything because I'm only down here for a couple of hours. Right, well whilst that's boiling, the new bit of kit that I want to show you is the HelikonTex Swagman Roll. Now the Swagman Roll is it's a poncho liner for the HelikonTex American GI poncho, but this is a warmth layer, so a bit like a wubby, and it lines the poncho so you can obviously keep warm. You know, the poncho itself will keep you dry, but it also has quite a few other functions. It's got a zip that goes all the way around, so it's a jungle sleeping bag, lightweight summer sleeping bag. Or additionally, you can add it to a modular system, so you could have a lighter weight sleeping bag, put this in and make it into a winter weight sleeping bag for sort of camping out in the woods, hammock camping and everything else. The other option with it as well, you can also use it as an under blanket on a hammock. It's by no means an under blanket for the middle of winter, but certainly for the sort of spring, summer, autumn months, it'd be ideal for that. So what I'll do is I'll, as I say, after the brew, I'll go through how it attaches into the poncho, so you'll see how it's used as an actual poncho. Well, that's what water boiling for the coffee. I'm going to get some noodles on as well. Actually, I'm feeling a bit peckish at the minute. So whilst that coffee's filtering, I'll get my noodles on the go, and then we'll go through the rest of the Swagman Roll. What's everybody been up to? The weather's been absolutely lousy the last couple of weeks, and this weekend it's forecast to be pretty lousy, wet and miserable. It's been raining on and off today, but we've got through the worst of it. As I say, we're under the tarp, so it doesn't really matter now, you know. Now I'm set up, I want to stay out now. Unfortunately, family commitments, and as I've got a scan tomorrow, so I have to be back home, so I'll be ready for that. So I've postponed the I'm not postponed it, just put it back 2 weeks. I've got to do it in March, the Great Tommy Sleep Out, but unfortunately we've had I'm doing my fundraising through Facebook and my YouTube channel and stuff like that, but I know money's tight for everybody, but I've had no sort of sponsorship or anything through the channel, so I've had to put it back 2 weeks to see if I can get some more, because ideally I'm looking at getting 100-150 quid. If I can get more than that, then great, but we're only up to 30 quid at the minute. So if you're watching this and you feel like giving to the RBL, the Royal British Legion, then do so, you know, and support the great Tommy Sleep Out. As I say, I'm not asking for £10 here and there. I'm just a little donation. If people can see the way to do that, it would be much appreciated. So comfy sat in the hammock, so cheers everyone. So I've got, so I mentioned in the previous video, I've got some Woodland permission with fishing rights. Now the place that it's at, there's some guys, it's actually a club that fish on the water, and they said they'd love a shelter at the one end of the actual fishing beat itself. So I said I'll do a shelter build series and actually build a bushcraft shelter with like a raised bed, but big enough so that you can get a few guys can sit on it, and have it as a semi-permanent structure in the forest. So I'm going to make a series out of that. don't look that appetising, but they're nice, really nice noodles these. No. For anybody that doesn't know, this is the HelikonTex GI Poncho. So I'll put the specs up of these on the at the end of the video. But this is designed to be used as a waterproof or a shelter. You'll have seen in previous videos that it's I've used it as a shelter. So without further ado, we'll put this on. So to be used as a poncho, literally you see the hood there, you put the whole thing over your head. Look, my hat. And this is now a full-blown poncho. So what you can do is you can bring these tabs around and you can fasten it in front of you. Obviously you're going to do it how you feel comfortable with your arms, so you just bring the front around, put the hood up over you. If it's really raining, you can batten down the draw cord there. Your arms can come in underneath so you can be out the way. If you've got a rucksack on, that'll obviously cover your rucksack. There's lots of different ways to wear these, but I just generally do that, wear it like that. If it's just damp, I'll have my hands out, but if it's really lashing it down, just put my hands on the inside. So as you can see, that's the actual poncho cover. This is obviously ripstop, waterproof, ideal for in the forest, you know. I mean, you use this on the mountains if you wanted, but to be fair, it's better off in a forest type of environment. So we'll take that off and I'll show you the actual poncho liner. Something over your head. And that's that. So that's by HelikonTex. By the way, these have been paid for by my own money. I've not actually been given them or anything. So then you've got the actual poncho liner, which shows you on the front there. But I'll put these up on the screen, what you can do with it. It's one size fits all. At the minute, it's set up as a sleeping bag. As you can see, it's like a jungle sleeping bag. YKK zips that go all the way around, so you can undo that, and then that turns it into your poncho or a blanket even. Find your hood, put it over your head, put it around you like that. Fastex buckle to buckle it together, tighten it up, and that's it. There's a chest pocket, store stuff in, little lanyard for putting anything on, keys or anything like that. And as I say, for sitting around a campfire, if it's cold on a night, then this is ideal. It just take the chill off you, you know. So it can be used as many functions. We'll go back to the shelter. We'll lay out the poncho and I'll show you it all clipped together. Right, so as you can see, that's it in the liner, in the actual liner itself. The liner's in the poncho itself. So what you could do with it, if you needed to, you could use it as a bivvy bag by simply zipping it together. So as you can see, that will be a sleeping bag come divvy bag, or just an extra warp layer by folding the poncho over like that, and then using the presters along the side of the actual poncho would clip together, just like we do at this end, creating a sleeping bag with a cover. So we'll now go into clothing mode, cold weather clothing mode. Right. You've got that effect, so you're now bone dry and warm. Even sitting around the campfire, if there's a bit of a breeze and you think, oh, I just want that extra bit of layer, put it like this and just sit like that, you know. But it's got so many more functions. This is a shelter, emergency shelter, sleeping bag in one, you know. So you're not having to carry multiple bits of kit to do the same thing. So that's it, the HelikonTex Poncho and Swagman Roll. Now what we'll do is, I haven't done this yet, so you have to bear with us as we do it, and I'll go through it as a underquilt for your hammock. This is the poncho used as the hammock liner. So what you do is, on the end of the actual poncho, there is some draw cords. So you draw cord those, pull those draw cords up until it cinches all together. It then leaves you with 2 bungees. Right, so as you can see, that's all cinched up. So what you need to do is you clip them onto the end of your hammock. Now everybody's hammock's going to be slightly different, so you need to play around with it. But I've not got any carabiners with us, so I'm just doing a makeshift marlin spike on here. So if I just bring those up to the end and I'm putting my tent peg through, that'll give us enough to hold it. Your hammock then drops on the inside, and then there's 2 of these Fastex buckles with elastic on. You just put those across, and what they do is they're going to sandwich it in. So this is my foot end. Pull that tight across there. I would leave that one tight, because your foot end, you've got hardly any room. And then moving down, make sure that your head, this is your hood, is sat flat inside, so that you don't get any air coming through the hood underneath. Then moving down the other end, you've got the same affair. So like I say, I've just used the stake as a makeshift. So you've got the same thing. Cinch your cords up, bring them up, put them on the end of your hammock and secure. Now for me, that'll be a carabiner, which I'll mod when I get home. And then tuck your hammock's on the inside of you. You then get the other Fastex buckle, leave that one wide open, but just clipped in, but as wide as possible bit, and that'll be for your shoulders. Okay. So fuck off. Then obviously here you've got your Fastex buckle at the shoulder end. Keep that as wide as possible. Alright, so when you get in, there's plenty of room. Oh, same thing getting in your hammock. Just make sure you're in the centre, and then you're not going to stress any of the joints. And because it's elastic, it should give. Get that one off there to get in. So then I just lie down. Get in my hammock. I haven't got the bug nets here, but I haven't got it up just for purposes of seeing them on the video. So like I say, you've got your quilt comes around you, and then you can just fasten it in at the top. should you need to cinch it in a bit more just to keep the draft out when you're in your sleeping bag. I mean, obviously this is only a lightweight quilt, so depths of winter you're going to need a heavier quilt, but for spring, summer and autumn you'll be fine with this. I mean, I feel that it's actually giving me warmth now, whereas I can't generally lay when there's a bit of a breeze because it gets too cold. So yeah, so that's it. A quick look at the there's a quick look at the Swagman roll. So there's a couple of little mods I'll do on it, and I'll probably do a video on those as well later down the line. But you might find you have to mod it slightly for your hammock. But it's a multifunctional thing, so it's a hammock liner when you're sleeping, but you can use it as a warming blanket. Come poncho around the fire on a night if it's a bit cold. You know, there's multiple uses that you can use this for. If you're ground dwelling in the winter, supplement it and use it as a sleeping bag liner. You know, lots of different functions. So as I say, I wasn't sponsored by HelikonTex on this video, but the actual product itself I bought myself, and I'm very, very impressed with it. So that's it. Right, well, as I said, that was the afternoon in the woods. So thanks very much guys for watching, and if you're still watching and you haven't subscribed, then consider subscribing to the channel, like and comment. Also, if you're feeling generous to help the channel for us to try and do more things and give you more content, then feel free to buy me a coffee. There's a link in the description. Every penny helps to try and make the channel grow. So without my subscribers, I have no channel. So thanks very much for watching guys, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care now. Bye bye.